Well, welcome back to the Sugarbush. Man, it feels good to be back, and it's exciting because there is an opportunity for you to visit the Sugarbush here at Mountsberg Conservation Area. I have Brenna with us. Hello, Brenna.
Hi, Tim.
Actually, you know what? Last year at this time, this was like one of the last things we did before the world changed. And you guys weren't able to have a festival last year, were you?
No, we got the first 2 weekends in, and then we all, like everybody else, we had to close down.
Yeah, shut down. And was there a decision to maybe not have it this year?
We fought really hard to be able to offer this to the public this year, and we worked really closely with Public Health. They were amazing partners in this. It's going to look a little different, obviously, but being able to preserve the tradition of going out to the Sugarbush was so important. We wanted to make sure we could offer that.
Oh, we got some sap flowing already. Look at that. Okay, so I've drilled the hole. Next step is?
You can insert the spile.
The spile.
So we'll turn it over. I gave it to you upside down there.
Like
Sorry.
that.
There we go.
Okay, in like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
There we go.
And hammer that in there. So you said it's different. Obviously, you can't have big groups together. We were on we had the horses out last year with the wagon. Can't have that full of people, right? So also you have to reserve a spot.
Yes, you go to parkvisit.ca and you look for Sugarbush Experience, and you can reserve a 2-hour visit to Mountsberg to come out, see the trees, listen to the fiddle music, get a chance to see the steam from the evaporator, and enjoy the animals.
Well, it's great to see. How many trees are tapped right now? Do you have a count?
Yeah, about 273, 274 now. Yeah, we tapped a little lightly this year. Usually we tap about 600 trees, but because of the nature of the year, we're tapping a little bit lighter. It gives the trees a bit of a rest as well.
Because what are we looking for anybody? This could be an experience that you could do in your own backyard.
Yeah.
What kind of trees are we tapping?
Okay, so the best one to tap is a sugar maple, and that's what you've got here. One of the telltale signs of a sugar maple that's mature enough to tap is this sort of lifting of the bark on the one side. You get these sort of plates of bark that run vertically on the tree, and they flip up on one side. They look really pretty in the sunshine. Another way to tell a sugar maple is to look at the buds, and the buds have 3 points on the ends. There's some on the tree behind you here. This one right here. So if you look right on the end of the branch, the tree always has the buds for next year's leaf right from the fall, and they all look different. So this one is a sugar maple bud, and this one here is an ash. So for example, you can see this one looks kind of rounded in comparison. So you'd be looking for a mature tree.
Right.
If you take a little kid to it and you put their arms around it, it's got to be that big. You got to be able to hug it. Yeah, that's a perfect hug.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah. Makes the sap sweeter too, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break. I'm kind of busy here, so we'll come back to Mountsberg Conservation Area. What was the website again to reserve a spot?
Parkvisit.ca.
Parkvisit.ca. We all know maple syrup is yummy, but you can actually transform that sweet nectar into delicious treats, and that's what we're doing here at Mountsberg Conservation Area because it's Sugarbush season. Back with Brenna and a whole lot of food. Because things have changed, right? You have to reserve a spot, and then normally what comes with maple syrup is
Food, pancakes.
pancakes,
Yeah.
right? But can't do the pancakes.
We can't do the pancakes. So in order to spread people out through the park and make sure that everybody has a safe experience, we've partnered with Ross Food Services, and we're offering the food service outside of the Sugarbush this year. So we decided to embrace the change, and Darren has come up with an amazing spread of food that people can enjoy while they're in the
Shout
park.
out to Darren and Les over there. What's up, guys? Thanks for all this. So there's a number of like maple themed treats here that Darren and Les and the whole gang have come up with.
Yep, and I'm slowly working my way through tasting them
Okay,
myself.
would you have a favorite in here that you might suggest for me to perhaps taste?
So to start, the maple pecan tart that you see.
This one,
Just
this one
behind
here?
it, just to die for. And then the maple pulled pork on a bun or on the waffle with maple syrup. That was a little slice of heaven too.
So this is all part of the kind of experience when you come to the park, okay? It's only, right now, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday till April the 5th, unless it's extended. People can keep an eye on parkvisit.ca if we add any additional dates that'll appear there.
Because there's that guided tour, they're sold out as of now.
So our guided tours are sold out. We are hoping to be able to open some more spaces, but again, that's where you'll find information on that, parkvisit.ca. But for passive exploration, we still have lots of space.
Okay, this is where comes my all my journalistic skills, taste testing stuff. And you guys watch the show, you know all about that, right? You know that look, Darren, right? You know that look. Amazing. Okay, let's take a break because we'll come back because, yeah, Sugarbush season right now, but there's so many other things to do, right? And we got a little taste of the warm temperatures last week. Spring coming this coming weekend, so we'll talk about some signs of spring with a special friend when we return to Mountsberg Conservation Area. I'm one left. Signs of spring here at Mountsberg Conservation Area. This is socks, everybody, because Sugarbush season isn't the only thing to do if you want to come and pay them a visit. We're back with Brenna and socks. Tell us a little bit about socks, Brenna.
Well, socks is one of our ambassadors. We've got bird ambassadors, and I know you're going to meet one of our bird ambassadors later, but we've got a small collection of native snakes that we use for educating the public about the importance of living in harmony with nature. And so socks is a garter snake, one of the most common snakes you're going to see if you're out and about anywhere in southern Ontario. She's kind of a large...
I was going to say she's a bit bigger than a normal garter snake.
Isn't she gorgeous? She's even got this wonderful orange colors on her sides, but she's quite happy here. So she's grown beautifully over the years, well fed. And she's just a wonderful ambassador for her species when we're working with kids. Now you won't see this snake during Sugarbush season, but as we head into April, we'll be doing tours where kids can come out and dip net on the pond with us to look for creatures and frogs. And we'll do sweep netting where kids can look for insects, and then we always finish up with a chance to meet one of our snakes.
Awesome. Because that's the thing, we're talking about signs of spring.
Yeah.
Right? We're seeing some warmer temperatures. Spring actually starts this weekend, March the 20th. But what are some signs that you guys kind of gauge around here?
Well, that's the wonderful thing about Sugarbush is that it's like the sign of spring, right? It's, sugar maples are the first sign that spring is coming. The first tree to run, first harvest. And that usually starts with the sound of the crows cawing. And we always wrap up when the frogs start to sing. So the last run of sap's called the frog run, very traditionally.
That normally is when? Mid-April?
It really depends on the year. If we had temperatures like we've been having, the warmer temperatures we had last week, if that continued, we would be wrapping up in a week.
Yeah.
But because we're getting colder this week, we'll be running for much longer. So it's really up to Mother Nature. And that's why it's so neat. It's, you get to see these creatures all re-emerging over the course of maple season. So all the birds come back, and snakes like socks will come out of their hibernaculum. And it's a bit of a nightmare if you're not somebody who's comfortable with snakes.
Like our co-host Annette right now, she's not probably watching, but they are just fascinating creatures. And we'll take a break, but you mentioned the birds because there is the Raptor Center here at Mountsberg.
Yes.
So let's take a break and meet some other new friends. And you can go to the website, which is planyourvisit.ca.
Parkvisit.ca.
Parkvisit.ca, because you have to have a reservation if you want to come to any conservation Halton parks. Yeah. Well, hello there, Chomper. We're meeting more friends here at Mountsberg's Raptor Center. We also have Lara. Hello, Lara. How are you? Good to see you again.
Hi, Tim. Good to see you too.
So we met Chomp last year, but if anybody missed it, take us through Chomp here.
So Chomper is one of our 3 resident great horned owls at the Mountsberg Raptor Center. And Chomper is actually our oldest bird resident in the park. He's just on the cusp of his 32nd birthday.
Oh, wait. What's the life expectancy of an owl?
Well, it's a little over half of that. If a great horned owl is very successful in the wild, they can live upwards of late teens, early 20s if super successful. As an apex predator or top predator, they really don't have natural enemies, very successful hunters, and they eat a huge variety of prey.
I just won that staring contest with Chomper.
Yeah.
It is tough winning a staring contest with an owl, though.
He lets people think that.
He's just playing with me. What are owls up to this time of the year?
Well, great question, because as I said, being on the cusp of his birthday means he's in the season of hatching. Great horned owls would be hatching their eggs in March. They are winter breeders. So around the December-January time is when they're vocally active and actually more physically active, getting ready for that season, looking for a mate. And they settle into usually a stolen nest, something that maybe a crow, a hawk, even a bald eagle's nest would have used in the warmer season. He would take that over, and they would lay eggs in February, hatching in March and raising through the spring.
If we're looking up into the skies, there's a lot of migration happening right now when it comes to raptors?
Super active time of year. The last number of weeks have been very, very busy for raptors returning, songbirds especially, and we're actually seeing tundra swans today.
That's what,
very exciting.
That's what Brendan was saying off camera. Okay, well, people can come. I know it's all outdoors. It's kind of a walking tour to see some of the raptors here at the Raptor Center. Parkvisit.ca. You remember, you got to reserve your spot. The other thing to remember is you got to wear a mask. Okay, those two things, remember?
Yeah,
right?
We'd love to see you here at the Mountsberg Raptor Center for a visit. We have a number of birds that live on display along our Raptor Trail, including Chomper. So come on out and wish him a happy birthday this month. We'd love to see you out. It is a very active time of year. So remember that, wear a mask, come on out, join us with your family. We'd love to see you this spring.
Okay, I'm locked in another one here with Chomper. You're going down. Oh,
yeah.
Come on, what do you got? Huh?
Denied.
Yes.